Hey, today I thought I'd do a little bit of the campaign quests and then probably show my progress on the bouncer. I actually got my fighter to level 95 last night. It took until like 3 in the morning. I was talking to a friend throughout most of it. But I still need to get Hunter to 95, but today I think I'm going to play fighter for a little bit and then I'll play bouncer. So let's see if anybody's running this right now. Looks like I can get into a party here. Ideally, probably this one that has boosts. The Japanese version of this is kind of in an awkward spot right now because due to the pandemic and I guess Japan's strict work from home protocols and stuff, there hasn't been maintenance in 2 weeks. So they basically just have a bunch of filler events up right now. The events are actually quite good, but the problem is a lot of random emergency quests are spawning, and they have just like completely useless stuff, like a lot of the ones that have not been updated for the new difficulties and things like that. So you get a lot of quests that aren't really worth doing if you're an endgame player. Change my PAs. I keep forgetting to change them. Go ahead and do that really quick. I'm going to have to take a little break here. There's my DPS setup. So grind cap +1s can actually drop here. Previously, 13, 14, and 15 star weapons used to actually drop at +35, but now that they've made things easier, the way it works now is if you get it from Zeke, the cast NPC with all the crafting weapons, you still have to get 5 identical copies of that weapon. But if one actually drops in the wild, you actually get just the 35 cap right away, which is really nice. Got the, gave myself a bow staff. Little cosmetic bonus. This is actually a really old weapon, like back from like episode 1. But I put a cosmetic skin change on it. Okay, so for this I'm going to use daggers. So the grind cap +1s, basically when you have an NT weapon at +30 or higher, you can use that to increase the cap instead of having to get an identical copy of the weapon. You can probably see why that would be quite valuable. It's kind of nice that they're doing that, because apparently they were like 90 million before, and now they're like 9 million, so it's gone down like 90% in price. So if you get a weapon crafted, you would still need 5 of them, so you're still looking at like about 45 million, which is no small amount of cash in this game. Unless you get a lucky loot box item. I spent some money on the game last night, and I got a guaranteed pass, which I can use I guess there's going to be another loot box banner up on the 10th when they do the first update in a few weeks. So I'm hoping to get whatever's the most expensive thing with that and use that to fund my bouncer and hero. Bouncer is pretty much funded. I got his weapons all tuned up and everything. I need to work on fighter, not fighter, but hero next. My hero weapons are pretty power creeped out. I have a good TMG. I just need a sword and a talus. Change the look of this to Twin Kamui. It's one of my favorite weapon skins in the game. Those Wicked Weave type things are all me. Basically, when my photon points get low, those do more damage. Got a pretty stacked cosmetic setup here. I'm a bootleg Tokusatsu hero. We have a bow staff, tonfas, and I guess these are ninja toe. He looks pretty cool. I got the max damage. Nice. Right at the end too. Got a boost now, so let's try to keep the enemy crowd thin. need to do this on Hunter for like, I don't know, a couple hours and just get to 95. I didn't feel like doing it today. I had a pretty bad anxiety attack yesterday. I just needed, usually whenever I have those, it takes me a day to like fully recover. But tomorrow I'll probably do the grind, especially since I'll be missing an action for a day, since my buddy is going to, as soon as my power supply gets here, power supply is the last part I need of my PC upgrade. He's going to install that when he has time. But he has a pretty strict work schedule, so he won't be able to do it and then bring it back to me. I'll have to do it in between shifts and stuff. It's really nice, but I won't have a computer for a day. I might actually play this again on the Japanese server. Not getting any luck with grind caps right now, that's for sure. Alright, I'm gonna do this fight and switch to Bouncer. This probably isn't too interesting to watch, especially when I can't even level up anymore. Kinda like limited what I can do. I got like 3 of them in the past day, and I sold 2 of them and I kept 1. Alright, let's go ahead and back out of here. It's kind of a wild goose chase. Alright, let's go ahead and switch to Bouncer. But before I do that, I need to remember to overwrite my presets in here. There we go, that's all updated. So let's change to Bouncer. Actually, let me change this to light, actually. Hold on. These are like dirt cheap now. These used to be like 10 million. The jet boots can change their element, but it's kind of hard to use text when you're playing on pad with jet boots, because you either need to have multiple boots set up with different ones, which is what I may end up doing, but I'm pretty much only going to be using Hunter, Fighter, and Phantom for subs, so that kind of limits your potential for casting text, and you know, I have a pretty much melee focused character anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and change this to light. It was actually one that dropped on the field, which is why it has a 35 cap. So let's find it in here somewhere. Got a nice collection of weapons here. Let's get a trash drop. There we go. Okay, so I can't really do a lot of the endgame stuff with this class yet because it's not 85. That's something that I'll be working on later. Great Sage equal to Heaven. That's a really old title. That's like from like 6 years ago. Whatever. Alright, let's see if anyone's running any free fields right now. That would be ideal at the moment. Could get some good XP. Yeah, sure, let's try this. So, I have not played Bouncer since episode 3. They've obviously changed a lot since then. So, by sheer luck, I actually got, like, one of the best in slot jet boots. This one increases the Vinto startup animation, and it also increases the hitbox too, so it becomes a great mobbing and bossing tool. Let's go ahead and switch to it. Like that. There's also complex PAs now, which are not on the English version at this time. They're basically like super moves. They have like stocks, meter gain, and everything. Okay, so let's see if we can get some experience here. This is actually one of the worst daily emergency feature quests because it doesn't really give much experience. Damn, he got Rider kicked. Nice. So next up after this will be Hero, but I need a couple 15-star weapons. They actually have a Sage Crest campaign right now, which maybe that will be tomorrow's video, actually. I'm kind of going to be... We're all kind of trapped in our houses right now, but I'm going to be especially trapped because I don't know when my power supply is coming, and I also don't know if they're going to put it in the mailbox or not. So maybe that will be tomorrow's video, is working on optimizing the Hero. See if I could find another party. Oh, the guy left. Alright, perfect. See if I can find another one. A lot of the ones where you have to run around to get points aren't really ideal for experience because of the random spawns, whereas some of the daily featured quests actually have set spawns. Some of the spawns that you get are random, but it's the same amount of bosses every time, so you get more experience overall and less RNG. The one they have today is not that great. Alright, why don't we finish this, and then I'll probably sign off for today. I keep getting ones that are almost done. Not sure why a level 95 is doing this, must be bored. So the new class is going to use Gunslash, which has always been a meme, useless weapon in this game. I'm curious to see what other weapons they'll have. Maybe they'll have like, I don't know, jet boots or something. I think I actually did this on stream. I did the math. There's only 5 other weapons in the game they have not used for successor classes. So that means that if the next one is going to have a total of 3 weapons, then most likely the jet boots probably has a pretty high chance. A lot of the advanced weapons have already been used. It would be cool if they had like Knuckles and jet boots, because neither of those weapons have been used on successors yet. This person's gonna reset it, hopefully. Getting terrible luck with parties right now. Like I said, this one is not really ideal to do, so most people just kind of skip it. It's a very awkward time in this game. There's just like not really much going on at the moment. They're kind of keeping it alive with filler quests, but a lot of people are not really doing them. Alright, well, I guess I will sign off there. Doesn't seem like there's anything really going on at this time. A lot of the emergency quests that have been popping that are unscheduled are power creeped out, meaning that no one really wants to do them unless they're like an endgame. So that's been part of the problem too. There just hasn't really been much going on. I don't remember exactly what the June 10th update is supposed to bring. I know there's supposed to be like a Sonic lobby and a couple other things. I don't think they've actually gone into detail exactly what it will entail. But I will be on, and I also have a free guaranteed loot box choice item. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the market and see whichever one is the most expensive, and then as soon as it goes up, I'm going to use that ticket, and I should be able to get a pretty good amount of cash. From there, I should be able to fund Hero and play Hero again, so I'll have another class in my arsenal. I played Hero a lot when it came out, but then I got kind of burnt out on the game. I think the game is much better than when I left it, so I will be sticking with this for the foreseeable future. I know that the North American version is supposed to get their first patch on the 10th. If that fixes the problems, the stupid stuff like buying cash packages and having the game delete itself and then the controller not working, then I might see what's going on over there. I know a couple people on Twitch that are playing it. It would be cool to play this with a human being for a change. So we'll see what happens. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Whether tomorrow's video is a filler one or not, will depend on how things go. I don't know what exactly his schedule is and when he'll be able to pick it up. Supposedly the power supply is supposed to come tomorrow, but it's shipping all the way from Tennessee, and I'm in California, so I kind of have my doubts that it will get here on time. If not, then the whole upgrade process will be pushed back by a day, but for all I know, he may be off, so that may speed things up quite a bit. When that does happen, I'll be testing out some poorly optimized games. I guess just maybe I haven't reseated my thermal paste or cleaned the CPU in a very long time. That may be part of it, but certain games like Dynasty Warriors 9 and stuff would just constantly max it out and things like that. So I'll be reinstalling that. I'll probably try Part Warriors 4, which is another game I've had CPU usage issues with, and we'll go from there. I mean, there's not really any real reason to do it right now. It's just that I'm kind of preparing for the next generation. I have the money to do so right now. I hear that we may get another stimulus check, so if we do, then that's probably when I'll upgrade my motherboard. But for now, I think things are going to be okay for a while. I think there'll be a lot of interesting game announcements this month. Things have been pushed back a little bit because of all the really bad real life stuff that's going on right now. But those announcements will still happen this month. I mostly play niche games, smaller games and stuff, so those tend to be the things that get announced there. Things that aren't like big AAA blockbusters. I'm hoping to have some stuff to fill out the summer. Right now, things are pretty barren, which is one of the reasons why I've been playing this. I know this isn't terribly interesting to everybody. I think it's more interesting now just because it's actually available in native English. But the problem is the North American version is so messed up right now. It's honestly easier to play the Japanese version in English than the North American version in native English with no mods or anything, which is a really sad situation. I hope that they'll be able to fix it, but a lot of the problems are not like with the game itself. It's mostly the Microsoft Windows Store that's screwing things up. This is not the first time that this has happened. There's been other big games that have launched on there, like Gears of War 5, Minecraft Dungeons, Ori. All those games, as far as I know, have had issues with the store. So I don't even know if there's anything that Sega can actually do. I hope that it will be fixed. Personally, my experience with the NA version has been bad because the game has not uninstalled itself, but the controller randomly stops working, and that's really weird because I can like literally hear me pushing the buttons, and this is working just fine. If I closed out this in the same video and loaded up the NA version, there's a high chance that the controller will not be detected at all. If they do fix those things, I might check things out over there. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for understanding. I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on with the PC upgrade in my community section, and I'll see you guys later.